Jared Rand, excuse me, and welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call for February 22nd, 2020, 1 p.m. or 3 p.m. Eastern. Just to let everybody know, tomorrow, Sunday, I'll be with the PAO Live Galactic Activation webinar. It'll be a Q&A, and we're going to cover the dark cabals versus earth allies. We're going to talk about the elders, raising hope with evidence, not empty promises, our toxic environment, the celestial chambers, global awakening, and updating our timelines. So that's the itinerary. It's at 1 p.m. Eastern. So it'll be, we'll have a shorter meditation tomorrow to accommodate that time. So it'll start at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and it'll go to 2:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Eastern Time, that would be, let's see, I believe it would be 4 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. It's 3 hours difference. And then Mountain Time is an hour difference. So it'd be 2 p.m. to 3:30 p.m. So you may want to go there and hear what I have to say about those subjects. And okay, so now we have a lot of evolving frequencies on this planet. I'm sure you all kind of felt the vibrational frequency shift after our meditation yesterday. These meditations are highly impactful. They reach far and deep, so they are not short-term. Remember, we have our sphere that we created. It is a reality. And remember, we are supreme reality and beyond consciousness. And that's where we're growing and advancing to. I just don't see these lower frequencies much longer. And where we are right now in our vibrational frequencies. It's a common understanding of what exactly is taking place without getting into hieroglyphics and complicated explanations. So, in listening to ourselves breathe and understanding, and you know, it's interesting that we don't, that if we do embrace, we choose to embrace how that we are an infinite being. What we truly are never is extinguished. We are a vast, limitless, divine light of brilliant consciousness. And we are a free God without any boundaries. And we are not limited by thoughts, beliefs, or feelings. And we are that which is eternal. There really is no end to our journey. There really isn't. There's not an ending. We continue to advance and soar and experience. So we are continually doing this. We are in a highly accelerated pace right now. We're a little bit behind because of what occurred on this planet in the beginning when we came into these bodies. We've kind of been waylaid for quite some time as a civilization. You know, you're taught to believe that, oh no, it's just natural progression, and you know, everything is where it should be, and takes a long time to advance in certain ways. Not when you're a conscious civilization. It doesn't take thousands of years to advance. So, there's a lot of things that we've been, from our gods to our physical forms, we've been tricked in a lot of avenues, a lot of areas, which is fine because now we know that we have been. And then we can correct as we move forward and as we shift. So there's many opportunities for each and every one of us. Imagine, we've talked about magnets, us being magnets and attraction. And if you figure that, here's a good quote, good statement made by Michael LaBeouf. The world is your mirror, your mind is a magnet. What you perceive in this world is largely a reflection of your own attitudes and beliefs. It's well put, because that's very true. What we perceive in this world is largely a reflection of our attitudes and beliefs. So your mind is the magnet. We all know that, especially with the ego attached. And this world that we create is a beautiful mirror, and we create it. We create everything into reality. Everything. And the world it's a beautiful mirror that's always reflecting ourselves back to us. Think about that. So we have this beautiful, lavish mirror that's always reflecting ourselves back to us. And what we see that is happening in our outer world is a representation on a much deeper level of what is going on somewhere in our inner world. Somewhere in our inner world. Now, if we are overflowing with love for our fellow man, vibrating love with every cell in our bodies, wouldn't we experience people who are feeling this love and their love is reflected back towards us? Now, on the other hand, if all of us see in our outer world that all of us that we see in our outer world is disharmony, aggression, and fighting, then isn't there it almost must be an inner battle happening deeper inside of us? And a lot of us may wonder why we've seen reflections in the outer mirror that at a first glance do not really seem to be in alignment with our inner world. In other words, with our God. Okay? In other words, with our God. It is important to remember that each reflection that we don't like, and we have those, all of us, is pointing to an imbalance in our being around some specific wound, most of the time from our past. So, for example, someone may continue to be belligerent with any of us in our experiences while we are constantly being super nice and sweet, helpful and loving with them. You ever experienced that? Genuinely you're being nice and kind to somebody because you desire to be, okay? And they're just really nasty, period. And if we go in deeper, inquire deeper into this, we will eventually notice that somewhere in our past we were treating ourselves with a deeper disrespect that was not healed. Isn't that wild? And it emphasizes and makes, super reinforces the fact that we're all connected. A loving person lives in a loving world. A hostile person lives in a hostile world. Pretty common sense. Everyone we meet is our mirror, Ken Keyes. Isn't that true? A loving person lives in a loving world. A hostile person lives in a hostile world. Everyone we meet is our mirror. So if you're existing in a hostile world created into reality by you, what do you think? How do you think you're going to be? Okay? How do you think you're going to be? When that wound is healed within you, this will change your actions. It will change their actions towards you. Okay? This is a miracle and power of seeing the great mirror. Now, you may try to be super loving with everyone, yet only when you have found a lovable, peaceful quality within every part of your being will you stop manifesting, creating into reality, negative responses from people. And here's something that a lot of us, that we do, and none of us are exempt from it. This is what we sometimes do, is taking things personally. A lot of us do it. In fact, I don't think I've come across many people, if any, in the last 50 years that, that don't take things personally. I mean, sometimes we don't, but excuse me, I think that, in my opinion, never take anything too personally. Your life is not about pleasing your ego. And the great mirror of life may send these unloving messages as a way of waking you up and freeing you from your ego to discover the divine, all-powerful, all-loving being that you truly are. And yes, each of us, all of us, are 100% responsible for whatever we love or loathe about ourselves. And we have the power to change it. And once we see something in our outer world that we dislike, then we should get curious about how this is showing up inside of us and what our enlightened response is to it. How do we respond to that? Take a closer look at the health of your inner psyche to see the positive shifts you get to make in your outer world. And right now, in this now, notice what's going on within your inner climate. How is the weather within you? What is it like? Is it bright, sunny, beautiful blue sky? Or is it stormy, blustery, and cold? What do you love about yourself and want to keep? And what part would you like to change? And we've all heard this over and over again. Gandhi said it many, many times. Be the change you wish to see in the world. The only way that we're going to shift this, as we're doing now, is because we're changing. And we're changing massively. Now, remember that shaming yourself or others for what you see inside only causes you to play the victim role and to become more disempowered. And the blame-shame game keeps you from healing those deeper wounds inside that are causing all of this unhealthy aspect that's inside of us in the first place. Now, we can shift the energy easily. Simply become that creative master with your mind. Now, we make the conscious decision to practice gentleness with ourselves, no matter what we see. Constantly be that being you'd want to meet on the road, and very soon the grand mirror will reflect this love back to you. It is who you are. It depends how you are, who you are. I always ask people, how do you feel? Not many people say that to each other. How do you feel? Sometimes you'll say, how are you feeling? But, you know, if you walk up to a complete stranger and you said, how do you feel? How do you think they would respond? It's how you perceive the response and where you are with yourself inside. You can literally, if you haven't already, you can start today to transcend any situation in your outer world by shifting your inner terrain. This is about our journey within. How are we going to know how to be if we don't know how we are within? So we make the conscious decision to practice gentleness with ourselves, no matter what we see. When we go inside of ourselves and we start exploring, we're most likely going to see some things that we just don't really care to see. Constantly be that being you want to meet on the road. It simply takes remaining consistently at a high enough vibration, a vibrational frequency, where we can bring a sense of lightness into those wounded parts that need healing. And if we have trouble embodying this kind of energy and want to start seeing continue with your journey within. Everything we discuss each day is a reality. We are supreme reality. Doesn't it make sense that we're able to create into reality anything that we desire, even the not so good things that we carry with us, that we ignore within us? If you are, and you truly are, each and every one of us are, perfection, God within, joy within, bliss within, happiness, total forgiveness, tenderness, gentleness. If you literally embrace that which you are without obstacles that you would create to stop yourself from doing so, and forgive and surrender, how do you think others would respond around you? Whole big shift. Whole big shift. Upward, forward, high vibrational frequency. You see how we are road mapping ourselves in our own way, in our own decision, in our own direction, literally finding out who and what we are. This opens up a whole new understanding of having 2 feet on the ground and walking in these bodies, and how we view things, how we perceive, how receptive we are to the love that we are. now we understand much deeper how everyone else is, because it always is within each and every one of us. It's never been outside of us. It's always been inside of us. So you'd be amazed when you start opening cupboards and doors and exposing hallways and rooms that you have ignored within you. You go in and you start to say, wow, I haven't given any attention to this for years and years and years. This is part of the reason why I respond the way I do to certain things while I move in this body. So this meditation is inner world, if you will. It was a place where you're not going to be interrupted, which I'm sure we all are. And first thing that we want to do is relax our bodies. Let go of anything that you may have picked up, that you may have attracted, or that you may have created into reality over even the last 24 hours, or in the past several lifetimes, or now. And the more we practice this, the more seamless it becomes. It's an automatic. It's an autopilot with a high amount of consciousness as we traverse and we journey deeper and deeper within ourselves. So we relax the body. So how you doing, body? You know, I think it's time for us to relax, so we go into this meditation. And I love you. In the body, and you just relax. You surrender within the God. And as you do this, we move into the now. And why are we in the now? Because the now is all there is. The past has already been done. The past has already been experienced. It's lifeless, okay? It is lifeless. The future we are creating in this very now moment. Our futures are being created consciously. When we are consciously aware, and we have that blank canvas, and we have our brushes, and we are designing exactly and we are blending in a couple of little surprises here and there to make it more interesting. We are designing our futures. Remember, we're the conductors. We're the orchestra. We're the stroke of the brush of the artist's hand. We are supreme reality. We are beyond consciousness. And being in the now stills the mind, the ego that pushes the mind, never satisfied, always wanting more, always pushing you, always trying to agitate you, more, and it's never going to be enough. It's never going to be enough for any of us if we allow our ego mind to flail around uncontrollably, fluting out all kinds of thoughts. I mean, every direction, no real discipline or organization. We're going to have a real interesting existence, to say the least. So as we relax the body, move into the now, still the mind, we want to breathe. We want to breath in through our nose and breath out through our mouths. Breathing is so very important for our biological form, our body, our temple. The reason is that it oxygenates our blood. It fills our lungs. It cleanses the blood. It clarifies our awareness. It focuses us on one thing, the now. Doesn't matter on your hands. And then you go, I am deeply grateful that I have hands that I can wash. Because some of us don't. And that's when we really start realizing how much we took things for granted when we don't have them anymore. And I'm sure a lot of us have experienced this in different ways. So when we breath in, we're breathing in divine positive energy. Where is that? What is that? It's us. It's our gods. It's source creation. It is pure consciousness. It is beyond consciousness. And it comes in through our gods within us and through our heart mind. It does not come in through the ego mind. You do not hear voices. It comes in through the heart mind. It is a vibrational frequency. It communicates with each and every one of us 24/7. Now, it just depends on how conscious we are in the journey within us, whether or not we understand it. And as it comes in, it communicates to us that all that we are, all that we will ever be, all that we have been, ever, beyond, and forever, depends on knowing every aspect, every facet, every curve, every color, every joy, every bliss, every gentleness of our inner world. And as we breath out, we're breathing out the challenge, the tug of war on the rope over the muddy water of the ego mind saying, that's silly. The heck are you doing that for? You know, come out here. You don't need to go inside yourself. How ridiculous is that? Come out here. Just keep doing. Just be outside yourself. You know, keep looking for that happiness. Keep looking for that joy outside of you. You know, keep trying to find the fix that you so desperately are searching for throughout your life. Keep looking to find the one. Keep looking to find the wealth. Keep looking. Don't ever stop. Just keep looking. Keep looking. Keep looking. More, 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 more. And that's what we face. And we know that. And that's the power that we are. We know it. We're purely conscious of it. We have no anger for it. We have no aggression. We just say, I know. And you, ego, mind, are not in charge. You're not in control. I love you. You do serve a purpose for me. But I am the master and commander. I am the one. I am the God. You see how that works? And if it is through the heart mind, the vibrational impact is astronomical. Now, it doesn't belittle the ego mind. It soothes it into the reality as much as it has tricked us through existence in these bodies and other bodies that we've inhabited. We're not tricking it. We are literally saying, you are not in charge anymore. You're not in command. And eventually, for each and every one of us, it will diminish to the point where it isn't even acknowledged. Now, as we breath in, we want to hold it 3 seconds. And it's very short period of time. We take a nice breath in through the nose, and we hold it 3 seconds, And we use vibrational frequencies and words. You can use I am love, I am light, I am. Or you can have your own words. I am love, I am light, I am. I am love, I am light, I am. And then you do a nice exhale through the mouth, breath out. Now you want to do this at least 6 times while I'm talking. Now our breath focuses us constantly on the now. Remember that. We operate from the heart-mind. We are the kingdom of God within us, the heart and mind of God within us. We are source creation, that which created us. We are supreme reality. We are beyond consciousness. Now, we have others with us. We have the archangels, the cherubim, the seraphim, the archetypes, all of the angels. All of this is civilization, and they vibrate at a higher frequency. And they're all of the high frequency of the highest, deepest eternal love from the highest, deepest eternal love and the highest, deepest gratitudes. Trillions of them. Sometimes one of us are surrounded by 10, 15, 20, 30,000 of them. We have the ascended masters, Kuan Yin, Maitreya, Lakshmi, Buddha, Ganesh, Gaia, Saint Germain, Sananda Jesus, El Morya, Abundancia, Thought, Hell, and many, many, many more. And who are they? They're masters of ascension. They understand the transition. Does it make them any different, more powerful than us? No. It's their experience. So they ascend out of body and they hold their God form, their form of God, of creation, of source creation, God-light energy. And again, we aren't talking about the Luciferian false light. We're talking about the true creation, high frequency light. We ascend into body. Our gods go into the body to do what? To experience being in the body. That's exactly why we do it. To experience it. They've done the same thing. Now they hold God form instead of holding physical form. And they're of the highest, deepest eternal love from the highest, deepest eternal love and the highest and deepest gratitudes. We're all in very high frequency in this now. And so we all come together and we form a halo, a circle of light around the equator of this planet Earth, Gaia. And as we do this, trillions of us expanding out, we literally emit such a brilliant light of the high frequency that we carry ourselves at. This light grays out the darkness of space, not just in this solar system, but the entire universe and beyond. It cascades out. It's like a pulse. And it's coming from deep within each and every one of us. So, we begin to levitate ourselves up above the planet. We encase everything. Everything is literally covered in a gossamer field of reflective, beautiful light color. It's It's like glitter sparkling, reflecting brilliant emerald green flaming healing light that Archangel Raphael carries to remind us of the healing that we are. The beautiful violet, blue, purple flaming light of Archangel Michael to remind us of our strength or our power and resolve. This is beautiful colors. The purple transmuting flame that transmutes all lower frequencies and substances into neutral light existence and brings it back to the source of which it came for repurposing. The violet ray. These lights are sparkling around us, above us, below us, through us, all around, everywhere. They encase us. The white fire, our armor of high, deep, eternal love light frequency. The golden white pink light of source creation, of that which created prime source creator God, mother, father God, feminine, masculine, everything of which we are. This frequency is so high that we generate, and we do generate it, and we are right now doing that, is that we are completely protected, completely removed from the lower survival matter frequencies or the dark matter frequencies. And the only way that they can attach themselves is if we choose to lower our frequencies enough so that our front doors are blown wide open and they all come rushing in. Remember, we are supreme reality. We are pure consciousness and beyond. So we're all choosing to be protected in high frequency, and we are. So we step outside our bodies. We begin to levitate more and more. And as we step outside of our bodies, of course, we're above the body, and we're receiving constant, a tremendous flow of source creation. No obstructions, just fluid movement, total bliss and joy, happiness, gentleness, kindness, tranquility, benevolence. And we're compelled to call out to all the light energy beings and all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever, beyond, and forever. And only those that are of the highest, deepest eternal love, from the highest, deepest eternal love, and the highest, deepest gratitudes can join us in this now, in this circle of light, in this meditation. They're in full compassion, non-judgment, non-ego, non-negativity, stillness of mind, gentleness, kindness, generosity, humbleness, bliss, joy, peace, tranquility, benevolence. And they come in the Guga plexus from every direction, from every universe, and all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever, beyond, and forever. A Gugaplex fills one universe. They come in trillions of Gugaplexes. And they join us in this now, in this meditation, in this circle of light, arm in arm, hand in hand. Their gods with our gods with theirs. They are of the highest, of deepest, deepest, deepest gratitudes, and the highest of the deepest eternal love. We are of the highest, of deepest, deepest, deepest gratitudes, and the highest of deepest eternal love. We are all one. We are all love, and our God-light energy is everywhere. We call upon the inhabitants of inner earth, hollow earth, beneath earth, Agartha, and many, many, many more. Only those who are of the highest, deepest, eternal love, from the highest, deepest, eternal love, and the highest and deepest gratitudes can join us in this now, in this meditation, in this circle of light. They're in full compassion, non-judgment, non-ego, non-negativity, stillness of mind, gentleness, kindness, generosity, humbleness, bliss, joy, peace, tranquility, benevolence. They come in the billions, arm in arm, hand in hand. They join us in this now, in this meditation, in this circle of light. They are of the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest gratitudes and the deepest of eternal loves. We are of the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest gratitudes and the highest of deepest eternal love. And we're all one. And we're all love. And our God-light energy is absolutely everywhere. We call upon the galactics, off-worlders. And there are many, many, many of these civilizations. Just to name a few of familiarity: Pleiadians, Andromedans, Arcturians, Syrians. Only those who are of the highest, deepest, eternal love, from the highest, deepest, eternal love, and the highest of deepest gratitude can join us in this now, in this circle of light, in this meditation. They're in full compassion, non-judgment, non-ego, non-negativity, stillness of mind, gentleness, kindness, generosity, humbleness, bliss, joy, peace, tranquility, benevolence. And they come in the billions, and they have been assisting us in our evolution, in our enlightenment, in our ascension, freeing ourselves from our own self-imposed bondage and our own self-imposed slavery. Arm in arm, hand in hand, they join us in this now, in this circle of light, in this meditation. They're of the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest gratitudes. We are of the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest gratitudes and the highest of deepest eternal love. We're all one, and we're all love. And our God-light energy is absolutely everywhere. We call upon our loved ones, all those who have ascended out of body in this lifetime and all lifetimes that we've inhabited. Only those who are of the highest, deepest, eternal love, from the highest, deepest, eternal love, can join us in this now, in this meditation, in this circle of light, in the highest of deepest gratitudes. They're in full compassion, non-judgment, non-ego, non-negativity, stillness of mind, gentleness, kindness, generosity, humbleness, bliss, joy, peace, tranquility, benevolence. And they come in the billions, arm in arm, hand in hand. They join us in this now, in this circle of light, in this meditation. Their gods with our gods with theirs. They are of the highest, the deepest, deepest gratitudes, and the deepest of eternal love. We are of the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest gratitudes, and the highest of deepest eternal love. We're all one. We're all love, and our God-light energy is absolutely everywhere. We call upon the light energy beings who have decided to be housed in the following forms on, in, above, and below this planet Earth, Gaia, in this now, this meditation, in this circle of light. The fairies, the sprites, the elves, the gnomes, the dwarves, the trees, the elementals, earth, air, water, fire, the mermaid, the dolphin, the whale, the pegasus, the unicorn, the centaur, and the minotaur, and many, many, many more. They're in full compassion, non-judgment, non-ego, non-negativity, stillness of mind, gentleness, kindness, generosity, humbleness, bliss, peace, joy, tranquility, benevolence. And they are all of the highest of deepest eternal love from the highest, deepest eternal love and the highest of deepest gratitudes. And they come in the trillions, in shapes, sizes, colors, forms, configurations of which we have never seen before. They are of the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest gratitudes and the deepest of eternal love. We are of the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest gratitudes and the highest of the deepest eternal love. Their gods with our gods with theirs. We are all one. We are all love, and our God-light energy is absolutely everywhere. It's in all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever, beyond, and forever. It goes beyond the creation. It goes beyond the consciousness. It goes beyond the reality. It lifts the fabric of all things. It eliminates all the low frequencies. And it continues to uplift the very fabric of all that there is in pure bliss, in pure happiness, in pure joy, unobstructed. We look up and we see our meditative sphere. It sets, center circle. We created this sphere over 2 years ago. It holds all of our meditations in perpetual motion, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of them. These meditations maintain a blissful frequency of the highest high of source creation. It can be seen, heard, and felt in all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever, beyond, and forever. It floods us all. It literally saturates our physical bodies, our gods, non-stop, unending, flooding and filling us with the understanding and the knowledge and the consciousness that we begin to open up to in our inner world, our inner God within this body that we are currently inhabiting. Within all of this illusion, as we are supreme reality, as we are beyond consciousness, and our journey continues in our inner world on who and what we are. We are complete bliss, complete joy, complete happiness, tranquility, benevolence, stillness of mind, non-negativity, non-ego. And we look down upon this planet, Earth, Gaia, in this now, in this meditation, this circle of light, we see all of our brothers and sisters, all life, all, everything, inside and out, above and below. And they too, as we are being flooded with the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest gratitude and the highest of deepest eternal love. And they too are beginning their journeys in their own way, in their own direction of their inner world, forgiving every facet, embracing every possible piece of what and who they are. All aspects, surrendering and forgiving and loving in total bliss, joy, peace, happiness, prosperity, abundance, tranquility, kindness, gentleness. All of us, as we continue to elevate, as we continue to form the God planet and the paradise that we all rightfully deserve. I'll join you in meditation and I'll return to close us out. experience the flow and the love and the joy and the bliss that you are, and that you are supreme reality, you are pure consciousness, and you're beyond consciousness. And whatever we intend, as long as we journey within and we make sure that every facet of ourselves is gentle, we're gentle with ourselves, we're kind, we're all forgiving and all loving with ourselves. And you're experiencing right in the middle of this massive transition that we are in, that is transforming everything into higher and higher frequencies. So take it with you the rest of the day, into the evening and night and the following morning. Be in total bliss. We'll be back here at February 23rd, 2020.